Can I just say hello and welcome everybody to Penshaw Monument tonight. As you can see, the monument is lit up purple thanks to Sunderland City Council, and the group from Waspi are here. Can you explain to us, please, a little bit about your campaign and where you hope it to get you?
Well, it started approximately a year ago. With only
2 years. 2 years
ago now.
With
approximately 5 people. And it's expanded, so now we form the Newcastle, Weir and Tees group. So we've got ladies here from Sunderland, Newcastle, North and South Tyneside, and as far away as Durham and Darlington. So we're covering quite a geographical area for the history of Waspi and what we're fighting for. I'll pass you over to Christine.
The government changed the state pension age in 1995 to 65 for women. However, they didn't inform us for 14 years. They changed the goalpost again in 2011, and only in 2012 did they decide to inform anybody of the changes. So we were told in 2012 that we were going to wait another 6 years for our pension. We don't object to being put in line with men. What we do object to is the lack of notification.
So we've held local petitions and national petitions that have gone down to the Houses of Parliament. We've done online petitions that got quite
193,000.
It affects actually 2.5 million women in the country.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so we've got 120 groups as well in this country and 2 in France.
Yeah,
104
who are
fighting
groups
this.
in the country, isn't it? 100.
So this government, they're continually giving ourselves pay rises, they're decorating mansions, they're paying for weapons of mass destruction, yet they're picking on vulnerable women who've worked for 40 plus years, paid into the National Insurance Scheme, and this is how they repay us. They tell us you can't have your pension for 6 years. Well, the police continue to fight for this cause because the government say that no woman will wait longer than 18 months to 2 years.
That's a lie.
And it's a total lie. It's just total untruth.
It's 18 months from the 2011 Act, but it's not 18 months from the 1995 Act. And from a personal point of view, I've worked all my life. I started to pay national insurance at age 15. I've never asked this country for a halfpenny. I've paid in for 45 years. Then they tell me I have to wait another 6.
Just not good enough.
And there are many ladies like me. We weren't given the opportunity. We have been treated unequally all our working lives. Ladies couldn't actually join a pension scheme until 1976 because it was against the law to do so, and even then you couldn't join if you were a part-time worker.
Or if you were a married woman. Paying the same schemes.
Married ladies were actively encouraged to pay the small stamp, so many ladies now do not have the contributions that are required. Even divorce settlements, the judges were settling the payments on a lady's retirement age at 60, and that was even after the Act.
And what a lot of people don't realise is that years ago, when we were, having our families, there wasn't the support there. You couldn't just, go to a nursery, a private nursery. They didn't exist virtually. So if you wanted to, you had to either, you didn't work if you had children, or you had to find care, or use council, the school-run nurseries. So you could only work part-time. So it's not our fault that we've had low-paid jobs because we can't catch up. The husbands went out to work and their pensions and their national insurance contributions rose, but ours didn't. So, and I'll have 46 years of qualifying national insurance. You only need 35.
That's right, but you're not going to get a rebate, that's for sure.
I don't want to be going out to work now. I want to be spending time with my grandchildren.
And that's what the government is saying, there's loads of schemes for people returning to work. Why would we, in our 60s, want to be returning to work?
You can't get a job.
And where are the jobs?
You can't get
We're talking
jobs,
about the jobs don't exist.
Well, I've tried hard enough. I've tried for hundreds.
Yeah.
And I've
The
been on
jobs,
jobs
Who's going to employ you? It's 62.
yeah.
It's obviously something you're very, very passionate about, and not just for
Very,
yourselves, but
very-
for all ladies
Yes,
in the same
absolutely.
situation.
Take note, the government, we are not going to go away.
No,
Right.
We're not giving this fight
We're
up.
fighting for the younger
getting bigger and bigger
generation
and
because
bigger.
they're throwing that us in our faces, saying that the younger generation are having to pay for us. Well, we paid in, you know. when-
we
and-
paid.
Yeah.
We paid for the generation that went before us. That is
That's
the way it works.
Yeah.
And the National Insurance Fund is in surplus by 30 billion. So they cannot say to us they can't afford to do this.
No, they can take pay rises for 11-12%, these MPs, but they're not prepared to pay us.
Absolutely.
So this is part of the Pain to the Town Purple campaign, and on behalf of all the Waspi ladies from this group, I'd like to thank Sunderland City Council.
You pay out, we paid in. You pay out, we paid in. You pay out, we paid in. You pay out, we paid in.